What's going down, everyone? Today we're going to be looking at a cool game that is swimming ashores for most people to cast into. My name is Mac here at the McGarry7 channel, and today we're going to be looking at EtherFishing, a really cool play to earn as you do so. And yes, it is very addicting. Myself, I've gotten into this and I like it a lot. It's a great way to get into NFTs and go beyond utilizing the engine of coins in order to make the gaming metaverse come to life. It's really exciting. So there's a referral link and some description points down below. So if you want to already get signed up and start as we go through this tutorial to take a look at how you can start casting in and cashing in with this very cool NFT fish game. As you can take a look inside the combination for as far as the virtual world, there will be great opportunities to win. 5 ether fish, the golden fish, will be allotted inside of every season as they go through. Now the prizes will get more grander and vast as they continue on with the seasons, and the seasons are dependent on how many players are interactive with the pools of NFTs that they're dropping. So once the fish are mined, the seasons end. They could love to do it on a week-to-week basis, if not faster, but you're going to need the player base in order to make this happen. I think this is really fun. Now you will have to have an Enjin wallet, so if you don't already have one, download it. You don't need to have technically anything in it unless you're making like some purchases for some other like cast legendary baits or other opportunities that you can buy throughout there, but you will need it in order to kind of hold and sync up to there, or if you end up getting an NFT, a MetaMask, in order to go through the OpenSea market or sync up your OpenSea wallet directly inside of it. A lot of great ways to actually completely directly connect with this, and it works across multiple platforms, so you can sign in on one computer and have everything synced up with all your other wallets on cold computers and be completely fine. It's really beautiful, actually, the way that it works. I like it a lot. Now with that introduction, and we can see that they have already opened up season 1 and they're going towards this great collectible for as far as what we can see right over here, and these can be melted down. That fish on the left, the golden 1000 for 1000 Enjin points. Yes, that's ridiculous, because that was worth almost like $4 a coin, give or take, and that can be utilized on their gaming network. And the transfer fees that you would save for just getting that directly like that, it's pretty cool. I personally want to catch one myself, but there's a lot of other perks that come into it. You can get yourself a lovely etherfish from the OpenSea market that is a little bit premium. You get your little premium fish. And yes, that will get you a whopping up to 1% of the game profits. So if you were taking back by also their lovely scenes, which we can take a look at the fish tank, which by the way, that fish tank in the back is mine. We'll look at another layer scene inside there. And those are the fish that I've caught. You will be given 5, and it is broken down into some levels depending on which one you buy. You can get them in company with one purchase through OpenSea instead of having to buy the background separately. I personally say if you're going to go through that, especially save some gas fees, you might as well just get the fish that goes along with the tank, not just the tank that doesn't come with the fish. Doesn't make sense. But I see an insane good amount of value inside of this for the long term, because you get a lovely return process. So you can get up to that 1% with a profit. You can get majority of other cool launching. Now they have a wonderful white paper for as far as what you can take a look at for their handles, summary of the game. It goes down to the point of how to cast, the rods that you'll get. I want to get this ether rod, which brings me to back to the portion of where we're at of catching stuff. Now there's 4 ways you can catch stuff. You can either get the ether fish, which you want. You can get a gold or ether fish, which you can melt down, and there's various prizes, and we're going to test it out at the end, so stay tuned. If you're not already signed up, you can fish along as you do so, and don't forget to utilize that reference code down below in order to get some pretty cool stuff. So on top of that, I'll have any cool referral link to get 2 free casts at the very end of this video. For as far as the other bait, you want to utilize that to increase the catching, and you will get some collectability for as far as what you can find on top of there. There's going to be a breeding and eating functionality to make your fish either stronger through eating and have generations of it getting bigger, and taking the traits, because you'll be given a total of about 5 traits. Some, depending on if they're legendary, will carry more, and the breeding, which can be utilized for like fish species, and Well, you got it. Make more fish that you can put on the open market that they have in their roadmap, which I think is amazing. Look where they're at. They turned all fish into NFTs. The next one is the breeding mechanics, the eating mechanics. Then you claim the benefits for the fish that you can get right now that are at a pretty decent price. I do think that some are a little overpriced because of the way the ETH's blown up, and I feel like they could be priced a little bit more reasonable. But if you find one like I did for a ridiculously cheap price, I would snag one up. I mean, I got mine really on a bargain, I like to think so. On top of that situation, for as far as the eating mechanics, you can see that there is a point of the quality of life and the mechanics coming up. There's even bigger golden fish that they're trying to go into, the upgrading on the breeding functionality, their own marketplace. Now, I think that's really cool. So their own version of OpenSea for just the game, kind of like very similar to Axie Infinity, with having their own marketplace built directly in. And this is their OpenSea like floor right over here. You can take a look at some of the ones that are already on sale, or some of the ones that the company itself is selling directly at their floor price direct from the dealer of the mint, which is pretty cool. You can look at the tracking portions of where they came from through OpenSea and see the logs. Now, what I mentioned before, for as far as if you are getting started and you want to get free casts, yes, casts, not one but two, cast away with the gonefishing code right over here, and you get 2 extra free, so you can get a chance at earning that, yes, that golden fish. And leave a comment down below if you got a fish, what did you get? I would love to hear what the community has to show, because at this point in time I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna bring you over to the stat page, and this is gonna really one of the last ones before we go directly over to some fishing, because we've looked at the white paper. It's got a solid roadmap, it's got great potential through OpenSea and NFTs, very similar to Axie Infinity. I'm seeing a lot of green flags, not the red flags that you normally are saying no take. This one you're saying, you know what, I'll stroll with you. Let's see how this is. I want to, have a magical boat ride, because yes, you can change out boats. And on top of that, for as far as what you can catch, you can see that I have a lot of ether bait. If you do cast in, even on the one free that you can get a day or other ones, you will be given a chance to catch one of these and, well, rebuttal with more chances to get the other fish. Or as far as the ether fish, and directly up on top of there for the catch percentage, you can see where mine is. You can see where the golden portion of the percentage comes into. It's very rare. You will have to earn some stuff or have perks and other added effects that can come down to it for the bait. On top of that, for as far as the cast reduction, that's something I just recently got, because I got mine from one of the OpenSeas. And one of the cool things, if you get the NFTs, the 1 through 1,000s that were minted through them directly, which mine is this one right over here, that lovely idle fish over there to the right. I'm about swinging back. You can see that it will give you 1 referral, but you can get these for free. You don't have to spend money on an NFT. You can just play the game, get your 1 free cast, and just have a fun time, as long as you just sync up the Enjin wallet. And it's very simple to do that. You just very simply link it up, and it was a fun functionality. It just takes a long time if you are transferring stuff around, and you will need ETH if you are transferring from the Enjin to the J engine. But it's confusing, but I can make a whole other video on that. But what I want to get is the collectibles that you can get down, which will give you more perks in order to catch stuff, even down to the portion of finding treasure chests, which will give you better chances of, yes, getting that golden fish. And that's what I'm talking about. Now, what I'm talking about below, which I have definitely out there, is the referral code. It's right over here or down below to enter in, because you will need that in order to sign up. It's a invite with a referral code directly on top of there. And as you can see right there, I really want to get that EtherFishing pole NFT and the boat NFT. There's a few NFTs inside of here I feel like that are very well worth getting inside of there. So I mean, what you can do before we get to the gameplay is literally sign up, check it out, get a free cast, see if you get anything. Maybe it's going to be worth a whole bunch later on down the road, just like a lot of people that had Axie Infinities out of nowhere. Bam, it's worth it a lot. And their tokenomics, for as far as the way you can breed and actually, I guess, consume another fish, a fishy fish world, it's not that bad. So I would say definitely, stock up on some Enjin coins as well if you're going to be playing this game directly through there and you want to utilize the NFT function in the breeding portion. If not, again, you can just keep casting away for free and pretty much earn what you want to get. But let's go ahead and check out some gameplay. One thing to point out right before we slide over there is that it does go down for the premium fish, so don't buy a whole bunch of premium fish and think, oh, I can just fill this up with all my references. 1 for 1 is the beginning, then 5 for 3, and you see how it continues to dwindle down. Your better chance is literally telling a friend, giving them your referral code after you've tried it out and utilized my referral code to invite them through your link, or you can show them this video if you want to help me out too. Help me get to that, you know, 25 plus the 1, because you can get a lot of cool stuff along the way. But let's see what it takes to catch a fish. Now let's familiarize our way around the game. First and foremost, for as far as you can see, we're in our fish tank, and you can very well have some ending portions of not having anything in there or having a full ecosystem like I do. Now with that ecosystem, you can make it full screen, put it as an actual screensaver of NFTs if you want, maybe. Or you can look at the stats by bringing it up here, and you can take a look at what happens with their traits. And like I mentioned before, like we're right here in my very cool elite one that I got from OpenSea, that it will have some traits, and 3 right over there. The biggest one I have gotten so far, which is a legendary fish from what I read on the top of their list, which was the puffer fish. And you can see that it has about 4 traits, which is great. You can get up to 5. With that familiar point of what you can look at the tools, you can also look at what ends up happening for the tank sizes coming into looking at the backgrounds. And there's going to be a few different types that you can get, the 0 that you can get, and 1 through 5, so 6 total, and those will be coming between 1 through 100, or 1 through 200, 200 through 400, and so on every 200 as you buy the fish. So you're going to want to try, if you want to get all the backgrounds for free, literally just try to snag up a fish within that range on the OpenSea, and you'll get this for free. Or if you want the background, you can go through their shop. They're gonna have an open market. Now with that being said, let's go fishing. And yes, you can see right now I have some pretty cool choices that you can see. And on the bottom right over here, we only have 4,147 fish left in this sea. Now when I first got inside of here, there was literally 4,286, and that was only a day or 2 ago. So the season is wrapping up pretty well. 2 of the golden fish have already been found out there, and you can keep them. Personally, myself, I would say, because eventually they're gonna have you can fish at someone else's place and you can pay to play there, kind of like some like decentralized land type situation. You're coming to someone's park for fishing and you're paying them, and they have certain fish there that you want to catch, so you can take that golden fish, plop it inside of there, and it's a rarity challenge that people are trying to get, so you can become a golden lake of golden cash as people try to catch stuff and cash out. So keep that in mind. This game has an insane amount of potential for as far as what you can do in catching and trying to get these fish and NFTs now. Like personally myself, I'm gonna kind of dedicate some time with the bull market, some overhead capital, and well, putting it over here. Seems like a fun NFT game for right now, but don't go crazy. The way we're gonna look at this is gameplay. So look at here, right here. We have 5 quadrants, right? And notice where your arrow is on the mouse. The fishing pole, yes, you can kind of see, but you want to see the light up of the area, because what you're going to want to do is when you're going to select your bait, now we're going to go for a legendary one. I'm going to try to attract something pretty cool for us. You're going to hit cast, and again, this is going to be everywhere. Don't worry about it too much. Again, see how my mouse isn't out of this, but yet the pole's over here. So don't get tricked by that, because you're going to need to select the zone the fish stops in, not the zone that the fish is swimming in. And you're going to want to do about, if I remember correct, 15 clicks in 20 seconds. So let's go ahead and roll with it. I'll show you what ends up happening. You got 2 to 5 seconds. Once you see some like shadowing underneath there, you're going to want to click it, and the game begins right there. So we're going to go bam, bam, bam. You just want to make sure you just keep clicking these zones and just like hovering over them, and you're going to get a better and better chance of trying to get this fish. And just be swift, and there we go. Bam, let's see if we get a fish. Not a fish, but I got a lobster, and that's kind of cool because at this point in time, it's not a bad situation. As we take a look at my stat chart, now I got some cooler stuff on top of there. I got 1 extra %, to get some more fish. So next cast could be the lucky one, you know what I mean? Things to point out in the background, you can go to look at your stats right over here for as far as fish percentage. Now luckily for me, about 27% I've caught in a fish. and I got a good percentage of catching that golden fish, but nothing super crazy. Now, fishing poles, this is one of the things you're going to want to get. Now, you can get the starting pole, and then again, there is another pole that I'm trying to get, that NFT pole, but you get the free one directly, and that comes in every 24 hours. You get one free reel to like throw out. Now, again, you can catch the bait, or you can do what you want throughout the marketplace, which I'll show you real fast after you see the breakdown on what you can get for the bait, which is pretty cool. Now myself, I had some Enjin from back in the day when it was like really cheap. I was just like, all right, let me just spend some Enjin over here and invest in a company that I believe in, and completely am excited to see where this goes. So everyone, I'm going to leave it at this. I know this is a lot longer video than I wanted to get into, but quite frankly, I think this game needed some like light. I was looking around on the interwebs of seeing what was out there, and the creators have strived to put some stuff out there, and some other people have tried to put some stuff out there, but I feel like it really deserves some more limelight. So share and like this, and subscribe if you're brand new, if you're into the whole I want to get paid to play a game, especially with something so casual as fishing and so soothing. Quite frankly, I love it. They got a great Discord and some other social sites, so definitely follow them around in their Twitter and in their Instagram, because they do run some really cool NFT like giveaways as well. So you want to stay tuned to that and just give them some love in the social point. Let's this project take off. I really think that this is going to be a really cool like engine on the Enjin network, and who knows if this doesn't end up being something like some kind of Axie Infinity for fishing, and people just want to do this rather than going out there, because it has a really cool attribute in order to create and sell NFTs on their own marketplace, and it's only in the very cradle of its like lifetime. So get excited. Definitely leave a comment down below on what you've caught, what your thoughts are on this, and I'll see you guys and gals in the near future. Definitely remember, get that Enjin wallet synced up to there. You don't really have to have anything in it, but it is a necessity to get it rolling. So I'll see you guys and gals in the near future. Stay safe, stay classy, and if you are interested in more play to earn games, I can definitely make a follow-up video, but I wanted to make this one here because this was my first NFT purchase. Yes, that idle fish was the first NFT I've ever bought, so pretty cool.